Jim, I don't know if you subscribe to that old theory about a series doesn't begin until the home team loses, but I'm guessing you're certainly looking forward to trying to put that into effect for Game 2 tonight.
I hope we find that out.
Do you believe in that? It's been around for a lot of years.
I just think every series is its own animal. Like, I mean, if you look at the Blues Jets series last time, sweep, right? Nobody won at home, and then somebody won on the road, like you're talking about. I'm sorry.
A road team won.
A home team didn't win till Game 6.
Yeah.
So every game, I look back last year. Vegas went into Dallas and won 2 straight, and everyone's like, well, Dallas is over. They ended up winning in 7. You got to go game by game. You can't think too much about the historical data of series.
So game by game, and because of the unique scheduling for this series, you like to really spread time out on the bench, but if the game and the situation calls for it, is it a consideration because of the extra days that you could shorten that bench?
Yeah, I mean, it just depends on the flow of the game. I think, if you don't like the momentum in the game, you want to change the momentum in the game as a coach. The thing you have is changing how you alter your lines and how you use them, how you throw them out. And, usually it's a team that's trailing that's going to do that. So it just depends on, in-game feel as a coach.
Not sure what it looks like from a coach's perspective, but just wondering where you're at as far as taking the lessons that you learned from Game 1 as a team, internalizing them and being ready to put those behind you and move on to Game 2.
We've made all our video was done yesterday as far as what we learned from Game 1, how we're going to get better in Game 2, and we're just focused on our game plan on how we think we can have success tonight.
Jim, are you a coach that puts a lot of thought into adjustments from game to game, and how do you balance, hey, let's make changes versus let's just go out and play what we do?
As a coach, it's why you love playoff hockey. It's funny, I went out, just looked at, you're not trying to waste time, and I saw Scott Arneal, we met eyes, we waved to each other. We're good friends and respect each other a lot. Well, I know I respect him a lot. I can't speak for him. But I know how bright of a hockey mind he is. And that being said, I know that there's going to be adjustments and wrinkles by both of us. That's what you love as a coach, being in. And you have to weigh that balance of how much is too much and how much, because you just want your players to play fast and free mentally. So you can't, throw the kitchen sink at them.
Jim, what do you remember about those days with Scott starting out his coaching career? How was brief?
I remember how easy he was to learn from. Like, I remember when I got to the Moose at the time, I had a 5-minute chalkboard with him before my first game because I flew in that day. And I just remember how simple he made it and how quickly I felt I could adjust to the way the Moose were playing compared to the team I came from because of his teachings.
What was it like for you to see him get the second chance to be an NHL head coach? Knowing the relationship and also what he went through during that time.
Well, I told him how much better he's going to be because of it. The first experience, you grow a lot. And the second time you get a crack at it, like he has shown this year, you're significantly better. You know exactly how you want everything to run. And then when you invest the time he did, coaching with so many different coaches and really good coaches in the league and learning from them, it just makes you better. And that's why you see the result this year.
Jim, we were talking with one of the Jets players, and they play in this building a lot. He's been through whiteouts a lot, but I was really bright in there for Game 1 with all the whiteout and that. Did you notice any kind of a difference that way at all from your perspective as well, or were your players talking about it at all?
Well, our players were talking about it because the white was shining off my bald head when they were changing. It was blinding them. They couldn't hear me. They were squinting the whole time.
You going to wear a cap tonight then?
No, I'm going to wear one of my Scally caps. All right.
Snuggerud and neighbors about the adjustments to make.
Is that why you had your binoculars with the lasers on? I saw you.
My eyesight is so
Yeah,
bad.
that is going to be a switch. Yep.
And what are you looking for out of that change?
Just sometimes as a coach, you have a feel that this would, hopefully create a little more offense. That's what we're looking at, and give us better defensive positioning with our top 2 lines.
Snuggerud seems to be handling it quite well. For his first playoff game, how did he do?
He did well. Snuggerud, as a player ever since he got here, since his first practice, his first game, and as he gets more accustomed, he just gets better and better. And he's looked like he belongs in the league from his first practice, and he's never done anything to show that he doesn't belong in the league. That's why he plays a lot.
Jim, I remember a couple weeks ago you said you really like how that third line is assembled. Is that what makes it maybe difficult to move Bolduc up if you wanted to put him on a spot on that top six, or how do you do that?
Yeah, I mean, it's just, sometimes it's hands, sometimes it's just, but I do love the way our third line plays. And I think Boldy does a really good job offensively and defensively where he's slotted. And sometimes I move him up in games, as you've seen in the past. It's just, again, it goes back to your feel behind the bench and what your team needs. Last game, it's 3-3 with a minute and a half. I didn't feel like I needed to make a lot of adjustments. Thank you.
That's it.